Oh, hello guys, welcome back. It's gonna be kind of rambly. Got up this morning and I'm going up the hill. Believe me, there's a point to this, and I'm thinking, I want to get those wind chimes I saw. I saw these beautiful golden wind chimes, and I thought those are so pretty. I should have gotten them, they're so pretty. I get to the top of the hill and I get this box of wind chimes in my hand. They still have them, they still have the cell on. They've replaced card holders for wedding. Looked at the other wind chimes. Yeah. All the stuff that had been outside was gone because it rained this morning. So I don't know where that was. I didn't see it in the store. I ended up getting like a little candy. I did remember conditioner, but I decided I didn't like their prices, so I didn't get it. And I come home and we're reading that book, and it's freaky because it kept like talking about stuff and talking about stuff and talking about stuff. And it almost seemed like I wondered if I had read it before and I was starting to do stuff in anticipation of something that was coming up, or like, was this the universe, or, what the hell was going on? And I noticed at one point it just stopped. It just stopped. And I thought, well, is it because I didn't do what I was inspired to do? Like, there's this one scene where they're eating Chinese, and I was like, I really want some Chinese. I really did. I was like, I want to put this book down, go walk back up this hill, and go get some Chinese because they have some egg rolls up there. And then I'm like, no, you have chili. So I finished a chili, and it was, ugh, it was okay, but it was like, I don't know, it wasn't what I wanted. And then I got back to the book and I'm like, nothing's happening now. It's like there was nothing happening with this where it was freaky. You know how many coincidences were coming up, and you guys know I don't believe in coincidences. And then I started thinking, well, was I supposed to do something? Did I miss doing something today? Was I supposed to go somewhere else? And I thought, no, that's not how this stuff works. You aren't supposed to be consciously picking out stuff to do. Like, if it just strikes you, you want to go out for pizza, go out for pizza, see what happens. But don't sit there for 30 minutes trying to think, oh, what should I do to make something else happen? Go for pizza or go for donuts, or, it should just be natural. So I was driving myself crazy half the day about, why is nothing else happening? Why is nothing else happening? This book was a freaking psychic hotline until now. Now nothing's happening. And I don't know if it was just coincidence, which you guys know I don't believe in. It was just, I have read it before, and I subconsciously started living out my life to anticipate stuff, which kind of, that's kind of like, it seems familiar as I'm reading it, but I'm like, I would have to have a damn photographic memory, and trust me, I don't. I can't tell you what I have for breakfast most mornings. So, and like, sometimes I can't even tell you if I ate breakfast, so I'm like, I doubt that's the case, and I'm like, what are you gonna do? And Mr. Woof Woof will not go away, because even though all the gods are supposed to be back, Mr. Woof Woof thinks he's the only god I need. And I'm like, well, that could be part of it. And then, since I was restless and I didn't know why stuff wasn't working on, I was like getting fussy about stuff that I don't usually give two shits about. Like, I'd move the carpet from in there. I know this is exciting. In here, because it gets cold at night now. And I don't like cold feet. And then it was bothering me because I'm used to seeing the carpet in there. And then I was thinking, well, I should order another one. Then I'm like, no, I don't want to spend the money. And then I'm like, oh, just get a bunch of little throw rugs. And I drove myself crazy, wondering whether I should go out to my garage and get another rug and clean that thing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like that rug. And I drove myself crazy. So I guess today's lesson is we can overthink stuff. I especially am bad at that. I can ruin anything by overthinking it. Like, I will feel I have a connection to the gods. I will feel everything's going right. I was like, this is so exciting. Well, all these books can do this. Oh my god. And then when the book stopped working, I started questioning everything. Do I talk to the gods? Am I schizophrenic? you know? And I was just driving myself crazy. And the thing is, too, I was driving myself crazy and second guessing myself because, fast food is addictive. They've done studies on it. It is addictive. And of course, I was like, ooh, after I didn't go for that Chinese, I was like, oh, I could go get, fried chicken at the DQ because I have gotten chicken up there in a bag, but it's got awful terrible, and I might as well have taken the money and eaten the money because it would have tasted better. Seriously, it would have. It was bad chicken. So I kind of wasted the day in a sense spinning my wheels, but at least I recognized it, which is improvement. I used to spin my wheels for days or weeks at a time and not realize what I was doing. And Loki pretty much kept out of it. He was a little friendly today, but he was like, spin your wheels by all means. And he was like, why are you in such a bad mood? And I was like, well, it was supposed to be sunny today, and I woke up to rain. It was supposed to be nice and hot out today, and it was on the cold side, which I don't mind, but I said, then we're supposed to have blue skies, and then when we finally had the blue skies, the lighting was terrible, and all the trees that had looked gorgeous while it was overcast look terrible now, even though they're starting to finally turn color. And I was just frustrated, I was angry. And then I've just been second guessing everything, like I said, and overthinking things like that coaster pack I kept showing you guys with like the zombie coaster and the haunted house coaster and everything. They made another pack of rides, but this time it's like a coaster and a Ferris wheel and a what do you call those, tower rides and stuff like that. One coaster and the tower ride are free, and then there's like this Viking whack-a-stake thing, and then there's another like a shooty game for a coaster that's free. And I was gonna bring you guys that, and then I'm like, well, it seems like the channel does better when I don't do VR, so even though I kind of wanted to bring that to you guys at the same time, I was like, I don't know. I liked it, I enjoyed it, but I'm like, at the same time, it's too much of the same thing. There's already 9 coasters in the first pack. I'm not sure why they felt inspired to make a pack of 9 more rides, because honestly, it feels like a copy of the first game, if you understand what I mean. It's completely different in style. It's more polygonal and bright, at least on the one I was on, but it seems like they picked the same exact themes. Like there's a space one, there's a Viking one instead of a medieval one, there's the Viking drop that I wrote up for free. And it's just like, I don't know. I think I've gotten to the part of VR, at least with coasters, where you would think there would be endless possibilities, but then when one person does something creative, 80 people, it seems, have to do the same damn ride instead of finding their own creativity and doing their own thing. So I don't know. And I did some manifesting today, and I was feeling pretty good about it, and I was like trying to work with the gods and like work on guilt issues or something. Odin has to come around, and Odin's helping. I said, don't you fuck this up for me. What? I say every time I'm starting to feel good, I'm starting to feel like I'm manifesting stuff and I'm letting go of guilt and I'm okay and at peace with the world and everything. You come around, you fuck stuff up. I do not. Yes, you do. So, I yelled at Odin today, so that was good. And it was just like I realized that, and I thought you're being paranoid. I'm like, no. Every time I start to do this stuff, I start to manifest and I start to think positive and I start to do this stuff and I start to feel it starting to move ahead, Odin comes by and purposely fucks it up for me. It's not terribly hard because he knows I am very extremely impatient. I do the manifesting and I wonder why the fuck it isn't already all there. It's like it takes time and I am not good at waiting. I really am not. If I do manifesting today to see, all these amazing things in my life, why is it not here today? And Odin knows it doesn't take much then to discourage me from doing it. But it's like the damnedest thing. Every time I start, he comes over and he fucks around with it. And he makes sure he gets me away from doing it. And I'm like, sometimes I can ignore him and I can go a couple weeks and the manifesting seems to start. Because it certainly seemed with how that book was being, that manifesting was starting to take root and everything was going. But I do realize it takes time. And I'm like, I don't know if he's fucking with me to test how bad I want it, because that's just Odin. He's a bit of an asshole. He's like the older brother that would hold the candy bar or whatever above your head and make you jump for it and jump for it and jump for it. I'm not emotionally scarred at all. And, he's kind of an asshole sometimes. He sees you want this thing. He sees you want it. He's like, here, grab it. Almost had it. Almost had it. And I'm like, you're such an asshole sometimes. And he's smiling at it because you realize in a couple months' time, I've gone from, we were talking about I wouldn't turn my back on the old man to saying, "You're such an asshole." And he just smiles at me. And look, he's in the back, like, mm-hmm. And look, he goes, he does this shit because you let him get away with it. And I said, "You're a fine one to talk. You're just as bad." He goes, "I didn't say I wasn't." So you guys let me know. If you want to see some VR, let me know. I know it's my channel. I should be a big alpha female and run the channel, but I'm like, I don't fucking know. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm even interested in some of this stuff. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.